Alrighty. Bali, disappearance that has baffled investigators. Hopefully this is a banger video. Although I do feel bad being like, this better be banger content when it's about a sad situation.
This video is
but
brought
whatever.
to you by Dashlane. As someone who has a ton of passwords for
Wait a minute,
sites,
don't bait me into
right.
watching a ad. Hold on a minute. And why is it saying 1080 but it's not 1080? Come on, YouTube, you need to do better about that.
People like me who have some passwords on premium.
Oh, you know what? I'll make this bigger and me smaller.
On April 12th, 2016, 16-year-old Mekayla Bali vanished from the face of the earth. Her friends last saw her at Sacred Heart High School in Yorktown, Saskatchewan, where she said she would be going on a vacation to Regina. While this may seem to be a straightforward case on the surface, the circumstances surrounding her disappearance continue to baffle investigators to this day. On Twitter, the Mekayla Bali family still posts regularly, hoping that their daughter will one day appear. Despite the many tips and a full police investigation, nobody knows what happened to Mekayla Bali.
There we go.
Mekayla was a pretty normal girl. She was a big fan of the Hunger Games.
Why does everything start like that?
Video games
Every
like
documentary ever
Disappearance.
about like something fucked up. Like, she's a normal person. But like if it's something like Ted Bundy or like a serial killer, they were just a normal person until they weren't. Like,
hobbies also included playing the violin and photography. Mekayla was raised by single parents. According to her mother, she was quiet, sweet, shy, and a voracious reader, although not very adventurous or outgoing. Despite being a quiet girl, she was popular in her community. Her friends described her as a good listener. Bali's friends say she didn't smoke,
only 12
although
followers
she
did
frequented
75.
the smoke pit doors, a rear entrance of the school where the smokers often hung out. She wasn't into drugs either, although there was an occasion where she showed her
say
friends
no
the
to
pills
drugs.
and claimed that they were opioid oxycodone.
Wait,
Police
then why the fuck did
investigations
she
later
have those?
discovered that the pills were actually Accutane, a medication Bali had been using to treat acne. We don't have any evidence to suggest that drugs were a factor in this, police said. At the time of her disappearance, Mekayla was single. Earlier that year, she had dated an old boyfriend, and they remained friends after the breakup.
Well,
her
that's
friend
good.
Shelby claims that she also connected
Unless
with a few
he's
people online,
a kidnapper.
at least 4, but that the communications were usually short-lived. However, on the day of her disappearance, it's widely suspected that she was in contact with someone. The only issue is that she used anonymous apps to communicate with people online, meaning that the police could not trace any of the calls
I got
she
kicked for
made
like 2
or
days
the
at middle
texts she
school.
sent on that
Discord
fateful
stay
day.
popping?
As
Did
a
something happen that I didn't
consequence,
see?
they
Oh
have to
shit, the
rely
chat's
on
over my
people she
face.
contacted to
Hold
provide
on.
the details.
Before
The
her
time leading up to
disappearance.
April 12th, the day of Mekayla's disappearance, includes some interesting events to point out. A few months prior, in February, Mekayla received a bouquet of roses at school.
Oh.
She never told anyone who sent them. One of her friends, Hannah, claims that it was odd that the flowers came in a plain cardboard box. Apparently, the flower
No.
delivery had been from an online order.
I was about to say, that's
Unfortunately,
not that
despite identifying
weird.
the sender, police never revealed that information to the public.
Well,
Bali
maybe they
frequently
cracked the
talked
code
about
and just
moving
didn't
to a bigger
release it.
city, and mentioned specific places like Saskatoon and Regina. The day prior, on April 11th, she talked about leaving town to go on a vacation. Her friends didn't take her seriously at the time. Later
Doesn't
that
seem like a
day,
mystery, it just
according
seems
to
like
her
she
teacher,
dipped.
She seemed upset during class. After class, she texted her friend Oxkana, asking if she could take her to the bank the next day, and that it was important.
Yeah, no, that just sounds
Bali
like she
later
ran
called
away.
customer service at TD Bank 3 times, checked her balance, and transferred $25.
Wait,
In the
that's not a
evening,
lot.
she contacted an
Right.
ex-boyfriend,
Better than nothing, I
Shelby,
guess.
and another friend named Amy. Amy later told police that Bali mentioned a man named Christopher, who would
So
be
it's
coming
Christopher.
to Saskatchewan to meet her. We now know that they never met in Saskatchewan. However, police did end up eventually investigating Christopher. The investigations by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or the RCMP, regarding Mekayla Bali's disappearance have
RCMP, this is
been
like a
quite
rapper
thorough.
name. Kind of a
The
banger.
RCMP recovered footage of Michaela's movements the day she disappeared, where they last saw her at the
Oh.
STC bus depot in Yorktown at 1:45 p.m.
It's crazy how people
They
could
have
just
interviewed
disappear
anyone
off the
close
face of
to
the earth.
Michaela, and even investigated her
It's
bank
also sad.
activity, phone records, and social media, but to no avail. One of the greatest setbacks in this investigation is the method Michaela used to communicate with people online. Much of the time, it was through social
I
media.
thought the police
like
could track
Snapchat
all
or
that, though.
Instagram. For police to obtain records of social media interactions, they must go through tedious legal processes that take many
Okay,
months.
never mind.
However,
That makes
Bali
sense.
also used an app called Kik, which has some dark history.
Ooh,
Police claim that the app has been used by kidnappers to groom young women
that's not
due
good.
to the nature of the app, where people can talk to each other without any filters or approval systems. Like
I've watched
friend
enough
requests.
CC Unit and Chris Hansen to know how that goes.
Before we go into any
Not
further
good.
details, it'd be a good idea to look at a timeline of events during that day. Fortunately, the Missing Children Society of Canada and CBC News have provided a thorough overview of Bali's day before her disappearance. According to CBC News, Bali's movements were described as erratic. She walked to
I'm
various
back.
stores
I
around
also got
town.
some Doritos with some hot sauce. You eat Doritos with hot sauce? Is that a thing? Like, I'm not judging. I'm just. I didn't know that was a thing. That's kind of cool. Does it taste good? Have you ever seen Nexpo? Have I? Let's search them up. Oh. Let's keep watching this though.
Appeared to be looking for someone and tried to get money, all while claiming that it was for a vacation.
Maybe she
to
owed like the
Regina.
mafia money or something. I'm not joking.
So let's go over what happened.
No, I have not
Here's
seen
a
this
bullet
person.
list of the
However,
timeline of
like literally the only account like that I watch is Sunny V2, and it's only because I've watched them like twice on stream and because Moist Critical. So yeah, just recommend a bunch of actually on the Discord or on Discord. Send me channels like this because I like watching shit like this on stream. Like I definitely don't want it only to be music because that gets kind of boring quick. Not like boring like the music's bad, but like boring is in like doing the same thing. And I also don't want that to be the only thing people watch me for. Like, because he's reacting to the music. Like, I get it. It's my channel or whatever, but like, you know.
Bali's movements from that day. This information was taken directly from the Missing Children Society of Canada website. At 6:41 a.m., Bali texted her friend Oxana again, asking if she could take Bali to the bank. Apparently, she had been claiming that she had $5,000.
She only had 25?
Statements showed that Bali had nowhere near that amount. Oxana responded that the bank wouldn't be open until 8 in the morning, and didn't take
Yeah,
her.
I do it all the time. Oh, the Doritos with hot
Michaela's
sauce.
grandmother said
Kinda
she
cool.
dropped Michaela off at school at around 8:20 a.m. Police verified Wi-Fi records that showed Bali's phone connected to the school network at around 8:08 a.m. By 8:26, she had left the school through a back entrance.
Oh, I'm honestly
Shortly
surprised I never heard of it.
thereafter,
I don't know, man.
Michaela's movements were captured by a surveillance camera at the Super C convenience store, where she was seen walking along the railroad tracks. Around 8:51 a.m., Michaela arrived at the local TD bank. Camera footage shows her talking
That's crazy.
on the phone.
Like I
as
said
she
it earlier, but like especially in this day and age, I'm surprised people can just disappear because there's so many cameras and shit. Like, see how much shit they tracked and they still lost her? Like, that's fucking wild.
waits for the doors to open. At 8:55 a.m., when a worker opens the shutters, she ends the call and approaches the teller to withdraw $55.
Doritos and hot sauce taste good. Fuck it, I'll try it one of these days.
It's important
on
to
stream.
note
Why
with
not?
TELUS data from cell phone towers.
Oh, I thought this was another ad. Be like, with TELUS.
Party of calls and messages.
That would have been fucked.
But the phone company does not retain the actual message.
Oh.
What's weird is that the phone call Michaela made in front of the bank didn't register at all. In fact, none of the calls she made that day were registered. Police had to wait 10 months to access her social media accounts
Well, that's
through the
fucked.
proper legal channels, but we're not sure if they ever got a hold of her messages on the Kik app. After the bank, Michaela headed east towards Terry's Pawn and Bargain, arriving at 9 a.m. Police spoke to the owner, Terry Hedden, who claimed she tried to pawn a silver ring. Apparently, the value of the ring was too low.
Damn.
Hedden said that she didn't seem bothered,
Let me lower this because I'm not talking
and
that
that
loud
she
right
simply
now.
left the store and headed south. About 15 minutes later, surveillance footage captured Michaela at a combined Tim Hortons and Wendy's. It was at this location where some strange things happened. She bought a
Fuck, man,
drink
it's videos
and
like
sat
this
in
that
a
make me want to be a detective, and then I watch like a fucking movie or read something where it goes wrong because someone fucking like kills the detective or something. Then I'm like, oh, never mind.
booth with her backpack next to her. During the investigation, one of Michaela's friends had told police that Michaela usually carried a purse to school.
But you know what I would be down to
not, in
do?
fact,
Being a PI sounds pretty fucking hard. Like it's morally not like, I don't know. Maybe it depends on the situation, but like seems kind of badass. I won't lie, being a PI. But then that also leaves you suspect to getting beat the fuck up by whoever you're like spying on, because that is kind of morally. I guess that is morally fucked up because you're basically spying on someone. But it's like a detective with less morals, I would say.
backpack. This is a clear indication that she left her home that day with the intent to leave Yorkton. In the footage, Michaela can be seen turning every now and then.
Sounds
looking
cool,
at
but
the
yeah, I can never.
entrance.
Pretty much, yeah.
At 9:23 a.m., Michaela leaves the restaurant through one of its two exits. Then returns to leave through the other exit.
Well, that's what she remaneuvered her route. Try to trick the cameras.
She enters the Tim Hortons / Wendy's at 9:49 a.m. while talking on her cell phone. Another call that police weren't able to trace in their investigation.
This video is making me scared from
This
like,
time around,
I don't know. I'm scared of
she
getting
sat at a
kidnapped or
booth
something.
facing the
I
door.
don't know.
After ending her call, she waited, sent messages, browsed her phone, and intermittently checked through the window. At 10:12 a.m., she texted her friend Shelby, "Hey, I need help."
Oh, that's
Over the
deep.
next 30 minutes, Michaela is on and off her phone,
That's big.
during which time she texted Shelby again saying, "Never mind, I figured it out." In the same time frame, she left the restaurant again, only to immediately return and
You know what
sit
I was
in the
thinking
same
also?
booth.
Imagine being a detective, figuring all this fucking shit out. Well, it's obviously like a team, but like imagine figuring all this shit out and still not being able to find out what the fuck happened. I would be fuming. I would be like, I get it, it's like a job, but at the same time, like this is a serious thing, so you're probably wanting to actually figure it out as well. Like you're not just like, oh, extra hours on the clock, let's fucking go, baby. Like I don't know. But yeah, I would be mad. I mean, obviously that's like sad.
At 10:39 a.m., footage shows her looking around during a call. 4 minutes later, she gets off the phone and approaches an older lady sitting at a nearby
I was just
table.
about to say something about her, although I thought it was a dude. Because when I was going back and forth, oh wait, no, okay, it was a dude. Well, during this, I was like, what if they're talking like in fucking spy movies when they're not looking at each other, but they're actually giving info?
She gets off the
Being a
phone
PI sounds
and
dope.
approaches
Yeah,
an older lady sitting at a
like in
nearby
Jessica
table.
Jones. I don't know. That's the
police
first
later
PI I think
discovered
of,
that
but
Michaela
whatever.
had asked the lady for help with renting a hotel room. In fact, one of the key pieces to solving this mystery is understanding why Michaela was asking the lady for help.
Well, probably because she doesn't have
Unfortunately,
fucking
the
money.
lady claimed she didn't know the reason. Whether Michaela needed the money for the room or just an adult to make the transaction, the lady refused. She didn't know where Michaela wanted to rent the room either. After asking the lady for help, Michaela returns to her booth, makes another call, and leaves the restaurant.
I know I keep pausing for random tangents, but I would also be depressed if I was in her situation. Because imagine talking to someone the day they fucking disappear. Like, I know you're not a suspect or whatever, but you must still feel bad being like, oh, can I have done something to not make this have happened? And then you're like, fuck. Or maybe she just doesn't give a fuck. She's like, hey, should have not left, you know? Should have just went to school. But, I don't know.
There is a gap of time where Michaela's whereabouts are unknown.
Wait, she goes to, is it the same school that she goes
About
to?
an hour later, Michaela sent Shelby a text. "I'll see you at lunch."
Oh, so she does go back to school.
At 11:59 a.m., Michaela had returned to Sacred Heart High School, where she met with two students, Ali Clarkson and Joanna Buckle.
This
She
is
told
kind
them
of
that
crazy.
she was going to take a bus for a vacation to Regina. Police investigation reveals that she may have been carrying two phones at the time. less than 5 minutes after
I got
meeting
two
students,
phones, one
Michaela
for the
leaves the
plug and
school.
one for the whatever the next word was in the song. Was it hose? I don't know, but you know.
Michaela went to a bus depot after leaving Sacred Heart High School, where an employee remembered seeing her around noon. The employee said Michaela wanted to know what time the bus was leaving. She was told 5 p.m. and then decided to not buy a ticket. She was then spotted at a nearby restaurant called Trail Shop, where she purchased a meal. Unfortunately, there are not many cameras in this area, and her movements beyond this point are unknown. Nearly 4 hours later, at 3:40 p.m., Michaela's grandmother was waiting to pick her up from school.
And she never came.
20 minutes later, Michaela misses her violin rehearsal.
Oh no.
Roughly another 4 hours later, Michaela is officially reported missing.
Well, good on
By
them for
7
doing it
a.m.,
quick.
her
Like
cell
I see
phone
like
was
cases
off.
where it takes them like a week to be like, yeah, they might be missing. She or they, whatever, you know, or they, whatever, their child is. But like, some people be waiting way too long to report people missing. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, good. We still got a little bit. Like, I want to learn more about this. What the fuck?
Police have received many tips across the years.
Once I become
of the
affiliate, how many
tips was
fucking
the fright-
emojis can I have? I want to make some dope emojis. Hold on. How many can you do? Because I'm gonna hit a like I've already hit it. I just need to stream like 2 more times after this, and then I'll have it. Can I have like 5 emojis? Is it? I think. Hold on, I'll let this keep going. But
Friday right after her disappearance at the local bus station. Many were hopeful that it would be Michaela, but it turned out to be somebody else. A few weeks later,
okay, up to
Michaela's
5
records were
tier 1
transferred to the
emojis.
General Investigation Section, or the GIS.
Can I do like non-tier emojis? Okay, I can't do any. So that's only if I'm like a partner or something, right? That's kind of an L. But whatever.
This means that the investigation would be treated as a major offense. The officers.
Oh
of the
wait,
GIS
I didn't.
spent
Hold
weeks
on.
General Investigation Section. Station. Many were hopeful that it would be Michaela, but it turned out to be somebody else. A few weeks later, Michaela's records were transferred to the General Investigation Section, or the GIS. This means that the investigation would be treated as a major offense. The officers of the GIS
Oh, like a
spent
kidnapping?
weeks
Is that what
watching
that
camera
means?
footage, analyzing phone records, and going through the legal processes required to retrieve Michaela's social media data. To this day, there has been no activity on her social media, except for one occasion. A few months after her disappearance, a message she had been sent on Snapchat became opened,
That's
as
big.
if she had seen the message. On Reddit, a user claims that Snapchat causes messages to be opened if the person's account becomes deactivated.
Oh.
After 30 days, they become liable to be deleted. Once they are, they appear, as in the marker on the conversation shows, to have been opened, even if the recipient never in fact opens it. But just because 30 days have passed, doesn't mean the Snapchats will be deleted. It's kind of random. However,
Fucking Snapchat.
this doesn't seem plausible, since many of her social media accounts still existed at the time, like Instagram, and apparently
Yeah, but
Snapchat
Instagram's not
doesn't
Snapchat.
delete inactive accounts.
Okay.
Her Instagram
I
account
don't use
included
Snapchat, so.
selfies and pictures of her school friends and siblings. However, according to CBC News, there was another Instagram account under her name
Oh.
with hundreds of followers but no photos. And the About Me section simply said,
That's the burner.
goodbye.
Oh, that's depressing.
If these accounts still exist, I couldn't find them.
This sounds
Less
like
than 2
what
months.
I would do if I disappeared. Like I'm putting out an album and I'm in like disappear off the internet mode. Except I'm just off the internet. I'm not actually disappearing like as a missing person. But that sounds like something I'd put in my fucking bio. Be like goodbye and then a random date. It's an album drop.
Before her disappearance, Michaela made a post on social media with a screenshot of her Snapchat profile saying, "Looking for Snapchat friends because I have none in real life. Add me. Please don't be a greasy fuck and send me gross ass nudes. Just looking for friend.
Fair.
Could it be possible that somebody contacted her that day and made plans
It
to meet
sent
her
greasy
the following
fucking
month
nudes, and she was like,
in
"Oh,
April?
oh God."
GIS officers investigated everyone in Michaela's social circle, including everyone she was known to be contacting on social media. Note that not all of her social media activity
The
was
world is a scary
recoverable,
place, man.
because some websites don't hold user data for long periods of time, and the legal processes to acquire the records can take months. One of the people that GIS did investigate was Christopher, who we mentioned earlier.
Indeed.
Liang, Michaela's friend, had mentioned that Christopher was going to visit Saskatchewan, but Liang wasn't the only person to mention him. Michaela's ex-boyfriend also told police that Christopher was visiting the province to see his mother in Saskatoon. Police searched Christopher's house. In their investigation, they found no evidence that Christopher was in Canada during the time Michaela went missing. CBC News also reached out, to which he had this to say: "All I can provide for you is that she suffered with self-harm a few years back. Back then, I was helping those."
About the free email thing, are you sure you need to be partnered? I don't know, to be honest, but we'll find out. We'll find out in like this weekend or whenever I get it, because I just need to stream twice more after this. But okay, yeah, then I would like for them to be followed or whatever, because I'm not gonna fucking ask people to sub. Like, come on, I'm just out here reacting to shit.
Those who struggled, and I encouraged her to fight against self-harm and to look towards God.
W message.
Police said there was no evidence to suggest that Michaela was suicidal at the time she went missing. However, the self-harm story was
Well, yeah,
indeed
but
corroborated.
at the same time, I would take that into account still, because it happened at one point, and B, you can never truly tell because people were pretty good at hiding those types of things.
But Mekayla Bali's description in the Interpol database, as found by one Reddit user. It says that Michaela has a fair amount of scars on her
This
upper
is scaring me.
thigh
I want to close
and
my
south
window
arm.
now. Like, I feel like someone's gonna pop in and fucking take me out of my house.
Side unknown. Michaela's friends pointed out to police another boy she had been contacting via social media,
I'm waiting for someone to open my
He
door
goes
and
by the
fucking
name
put me in a
of
bag.
Josh.
This is scary.
However, they didn't
I get really
know his
paranoid when I
last
watch
name.
shit.
Police followed up, interviewing multiple people with the name Josh throughout their investigation, until they found a boy in
Whew,
Churchbridge
I'm not named
who
Josh.
said that he knew her.
Oh.
The boy said they saw each other about once a week at a youth gathering. However, they hadn't spoken for a few years, and police said there was no indication that this Josh was involved in Michaela's disappearance. There was yet
Damn,
another
imagine being
man
a suspect
investigated by the
just because your
police.
name. That's
A
kind of
man
an
who
L.
claimed to be Michaela's father.
Huh?
Michaela had told her friends that she didn't know who her father was.
Whoa,
that she wanted
the
to meet
plot
him.
thickens.
The man who was interviewed by police, Rick Breet, said he was never contacted by Michaela, and he
Oh.
didn't think she knew his name.
Okay.
Michaela's mother, Paula, claims there is no evidence that Rick is Michaela's father.
Wait, she doesn't know?
Despite the uncertainty,
What
police
the fuck?
searched Breet's
Wait.
house and even
I get that maybe it could have been between a couple dudes or whatever. Wait, how the fuck did she not know? Like, if you fucked a dude before, I'm pretty sure you'd remember their name, or at least it would sound familiar. What the fuck? Okay.
took DNA samples.
Or was it like a donor? Because then that would make sense.
They concluded that there was no evidence to suggest that Bree had anything to do with Michaela's disappearance. Bree even started posting online about Michaela's disappearance on his own behalf.
Oh, well, at least he's helping.
At
Unless
the
he's
bus
the
depot,
fucking,
police
like,
interviewed an
kidnapper trying to Gangnam Style on them or something. That'd be a
employee
little fucked
named
up.
Cheryl McDougall, who said Bali looked
You're
pretty
good?
normal for
I
the
saw
kids
this
who
on a
went there.
bus. Okay.
About a week after the interview, McDougall contacted police with more information from a customer who remembered seeing Bali. Apparently, she was seen with a big guy carrying white bags. After putting out a sketch of a man described as having a tattoo of a cross with red flames on his left arm, someone came forward. However, the investigation concluded that he was simply holding the door for Bali, and that they were not together. After looking at all of the information regarding Michaela's case, police do not believe that she ever purchased a ticket or got onto a bus leaving Yorkton.
The aftermath.
It's
Oh, did they
been
never find
several
her?
years now. Michaela's family runs pages all over social media with the hopes of finding her.
Oh.
Police have investigated over 600 tips throughout the years, including sightings as far as Scotland and Colombia. Among the other tips that the RCMP have received, a few stand out.
Okay.
In January
I'm
of
gonna say it.
2017.
This is fucked up, I know, but I just thought of it, and then I was gonna say it, and then I wasn't gonna say it, and then fuck it, I'll say it. But my mind told me what this would be the perfect like spy origin story, because like they could just erase the past and become a new ass person. But you know,
Michaela
I'm sorry.
was believed to have been seen at an event at the Great Eagle Entertainment Center in Calgary. Considering the location has a casino, generally these places have excellent surveillance. However, police were unable to confirm.
I wonder.
That she was
So
really there that
okay,
day.
she's probably like
The latest-
missing. But imagine someone that's like missing, but like by choice because they ran away or whatever, and they're aware that people were looking for them, and then someone sees them. It's like, hey yo, not the person on the poster. You're like, oh fuck, that must be hard because like I said, like it's probably hard to disappear with cameras and shit, you know,
This
everywhere.
tip was in August of 2019 from a man in Edmonton who thought he met Michaela outside the High Run Club in Capilano. The man said that she was very sweet, kind, gentle, and naive. Sadly, the police could not confirm the validity of this tip. Looking at the
It's a little weird to
locations of the
lie about
sightings,
that type of thing, though.
if any of
wouldn't
these
it?
are true, it would seem as if Michaela headed west after leaving Yorkton. In fact, the sightings are near locations that Michaela had discussed visiting, like Regina and Saskatoon. All of these locations are west
Okay,
of
the
Yorkton,
music stopping has made
where
this
she
scarier.
disappeared, including Calgary and Edmonton, the places that were reported to the authorities.
Wait, you don't have to stop the music. This is a little spooky now.
Even with all of this information, it's still
Okay, I don't like
difficult
hearing
coming
you
up with a
breathing. Can you-
comprehensive scenario
can you
that
bring
could
back some
explain
background music,
Michaela's
please?
disappearance.
Oh my god, I don't like this silence.
One thing does seem certain.
Oh my god.
Michaela wanted to leave that day.
Yeah?
She had her backpack set up, she withdrew what money she had,
Okay, I don't like
and
this.
she hit the road.
Yeah.
Whether or not she
I know.
actually left or remains in Yorkton is uncertain.
No, I'm pretty positive
Whether or
she's
not
been
she
on-
knows
not
someone
there.
remains uncertain. It is precisely what happened to
What?
Mekayla Bali
Put the
after
fucking
she
music
left
back.
the
This is
bus
spooky.
depot that remains a mystery.
Oh god. Oh, well damn. Well, now I gotta follow up. Let's see. I mean, I'm guessing they didn't find her or nothing because it probably would have said in the video, but I just want to see if there's any updates. Let's see, Wikipedia. Let's read some of this. It was a very interesting video, yeah. Since her fate is currently unknown. Is there any like updates like 2022? 2019, people believe police began releasing extensive surveillance. Reported sightings. 2020, that is pretty new. Oh, confirmed that it was not Bali. Theories? What the fuck? Reddit is a weird place, man. Well, I guess theories are nice. Like not like fucking like what's it called? Conspiracies, but like actually just trying to think about it. Theories about her fate range from her running away, committing suicide, being trafficked, or becoming a victim of an online predator. All of those are pretty valid, actually. Those are all pretty, like, plausible. No evidence of foul play. Well, once again, like, I would still be open to it, you know, because she was on the phone with someone. Could have been someone she thought she was in love with. She quickly changed her mind when she realized that her acne medicine were untouched. Huh. That is weird. The money for the emergencies was untouched. But she went to the bank to get like $25. So it could have been like very last minute. She's like, fuck it, I'm leaving. What if she just changed her face with surgery? Yeah, but with what money? She had $25. Unless she got like fucking like oil pumped into her face like that one woman. She may have very well became a victim of trafficking, which would fucking suck. Oh wait, human trafficking in Saskatoon? Like it's an actual problem there? Holy fuck. It's even worse then. Online presence. That is true though. That is kind of... Well, it could be both. It could be an online predator that fucking brought her to that shit. I don't really know, but, you know, I'm not a fucking detective. I'm just out here doing theories. Okay, I'm done. Interesting video. That was a banger. Yeah.